Today we are at Koala Creek Nature Reserve. This is a beautiful walk right in the heart of Port Macquarie. Today we're hoping to see some wildlife, especially koalas. I was doing some research to find out whether koalas are nocturnal or diurnal, and it turns out that they actually sleep 20 hours per day. So we'll be looking for koalas today that are most likely sleeping high up in the eucalypt trees. A great way to look for koalas is to look at the ground to see whether or not there's any scat around. We've got some scat on the ground here underneath this tree. I can't see any koalas up there at the moment, so I might just have a look and see how fresh the scat actually is. I'm not sure how fresh it is. Just kidding, we don't recommend eating koala scat. These are chocolate coated almonds. So I'm thinking that the scat here is actually a little bit old. It's quite dry. And it's probably been here for a little while, so I'm not entirely sure if we're going to see any koalas in the wild today, but we'll keep looking in the trees and fingers crossed. I remember one time I was doing this walk and I heard this really awful squealing sound coming from high up in one of the trees, and I looked and I could see little tufts of grey hair floating down. So I looked up to the top of the tree and there was a koala clambering to the thinnest branches that it could get to, and another one behind it grabbing and ripping out tufts of fur. And I thought to myself, so that's how baby koalas are made.
Koala Creek is unique in the way that it has a whole combination of different habitats, including mangroves, marshland and rainforest, which is my favourite part. Rachel's found more poo, but there's no koala to be seen. What have you got there, Rachel?
Poo.
Where there's poo, whatever made the poo can't be far behind.
One of the things I really love about Koala Creek is that it's this beautiful oasis that is literally smack bang in the middle of town, and you can actually hear traffic noise in the background. This next part of the walk is really beautiful. Quite often we'll see some eastern water dragons. They're a cold-blooded animal, being a reptile, so they're often sunning themselves here on the path. love this part of the walk that goes through the mangroves. Wow. These little guys are just adorable. It's quite amazing walking through here because all of their cute little faces are so curious about us as we walk through. It's really noisy in here and it's really spectacular, but everything that these guys do is actually quite cute, even if they do smell. It's really nice to admire these basses. Such a delight to come here. It really makes you feel good being around them. Flying foxes are really important for the Australian ecosystem. They predominantly eat nectar, so they're really important as pollinators for many of the Australian species of plants. They'll roost here during the daytime, and then of an evening they'll head out to go and feed. It looks like the koalas are a bit elusive today, so I don't think we're going to see any out here in the wild, but we do know of somewhere that we can see koalas, so we're going to head there now. This little fella has been sleeping up in this tree the whole time and we walked straight past it on the way in. They're really well camouflaged and they look like a termite mound. There are a lot of termite mounds in the trees, so I can't believe we missed him. area is critical to koalas because one of the major issues threatening them today is habitat loss. It's estimated that around 4,000 koalas per year are killed by dogs and cars. That was absolutely amazing. Just when we were about to give up and thought that we wouldn't see a koala in the wild, we found our little friend just hiding at the entrance to our walk. We're heading off to the Koala Hospital now and we're going to check out what it is that they do. It's amazing what they do here. They're basically taking in injured koalas or ill koalas and rehabilitating them to health and releasing them in the same area that they were found in, if that's possible. The koalas that we saw today were affected by things like car accidents. Some of them were found suffering from blindness from chlamydia infections, and there was also one of the little joeys in there that was found with ticks that were so severe that the person who found them thought it was a dog attack, but it actually wasn't, it was ticks. They're all being nursed back into health now, and where possible, if they're healthy enough, they will be released, and that's a really wonderful program that's being offered here. The Koala Hospital is purely run on donations, so we'll put a link in the comments, in the description below, so that if you do feel compelled and you'd like to donate to this cause, you're more than welcome to. They're quite happy to accept one-off donations, and you can also adopt a koala. I think it is similar to sponsorship, where you can pay $60 within Australia and $70 if you're overseas to adopt a koala. That's pretty much it for us for Port Macquarie for the time being. We've had the wedding. That was really beautiful, and they're on their honeymoon in New Zealand at the moment, which is pretty exciting. Congratulations to Doug and Jade.
Our house sit finishes in 2 days, and then we probably will spend another couple of days in Port Macquarie just to say goodbye to a few friends, and then we are off to South Australia where my parents are, and we're going to drop in and see them, and then we'll be off to WA and the northwest for winter. We can't wait. If you want to follow our journey, hit subscribe and we'll see you soon.
See ya. I would like to talk about that, but it's still going. This is the sound that the male koala makes during the mating season, and I love that when people come to visit Australia, they tend to hear all these weird noises in the night and get frightened, but it's actually just a cute and probably a little koala. This is what they do with all the naughty koalas.